Thank you so much for joining us today for the November show of Entertainer and Lifestyles TV. My name is Maya Trabulsi, and I'm so pleased to be hosting the show. E&L TV has been broadcasting for several months now, and we've received very positive responses from viewers, and I'm excited to be part of the team. As most of you know, E&L TV started as a video extension of the Entertainer and Lifestyles magazine, known over the years as The Entertainer. The Entertainer has been in San Diego for longer than virtually any other publication and has long been the source for finding those things that make life in America's finest city the most enjoyable. Everything from the best breakfast to the most romantic spots to interviews with the hottest celebrities to helping us with our finances and much more. The Entertainer has long been the leader. That's why we've long presented our slogan as We're Everything San Diego. The magazine was relaunched in an all-electronic format last year and has enjoyed an incredible amount of visitor traffic, quickly achieving the enviable distinction as a Google News source. And at E&L TV, we have been carrying on the tradition and doing some fun and provocative things to encourage our readers and viewers to help us be even better at finding those things that really make the San Diego area one of the most special places on the planet. In this show, we're going to show you a number of interesting topics, and as you will see, they all highlight something or someone in San Diego that is unique and among the best at what they do. Many of these features are based on what you, our readers and viewers, have told us you're interested in, and we'll be continuing to encourage you to share your stories, secret places, and cool and helpful things. But more on that later. First of all, we'd like to recognize and thank the excellent team that produces this show. The team at Pixel Productions is very special. They not only technically produce great stories into great TV, but as importantly, their passion and the creative way they take the stories that make up the show and present them really makes them come to life. They really get what we are trying to accomplish, and it shows in the final product. Pixel Productions has just opened a studio in the college area of San Diego, and it's pretty exciting. The Pixel Studio boasts a 2,000 square foot soundstage, including one of the only green screen sick walls in the market. This helps facilitate a number of the latest visual and motion animation effects. In addition, Pixel has a full-coved photography studio available at very reasonable rates to support area photographers and where their own photographers create. Pixel also has the ability to record live music, voiceovers, and special sound effects when called upon. Pixel Productions handles everything from creative and script development all the way through post-production, and that turnkey capability is almost impossible to find these days. Whether it be shooting a music video, a TV commercial, infomercial, video for the web, or even a memorable wedding video, they have the tools and the talent and have proven it time and again. If you want to work with some of the top professionals for your video, audio, or photography projects, or if you're a professional working in those areas, please call Pixel at 619-303-1008 or go online to pixelproductionssd.com. Now, for our first segment, we're going to feature a topic that's been on so many people's minds these past few months: their financial situations. With housing prices depressed, the banking situation in a mess, and the stock market being as volatile as it's been, so many people are deeply concerned and confused about how to make sense of it all. That's why several months ago we sought out one of the premier financial advisors in the country, who just happens to have an office here in San Diego. Steve Sexton, president of the Sexton Advisory Group, has been helping Southern Californians for over 10 years and is one of the premier financial advisors in the country. For over 2 years, Steve has been featured on a variety of radio shows and enjoyed his own financial segment on San Diego Broadcast TV, where he has helped thousands of people with his timely and expert advice. He has even been quoted in the Wall Street Journal. In addition, Steve is one of the leading speakers in Southern California, having provided his expertise to thousands at free workshops where he's the featured speaker. For the past several months, we have been lucky to have Steve available to provide us with the expertise on both the Entertainer magazine as well as E&L TV, and the response has been fabulous. For this show, Steve is going to help us look at what questions we need to ask to make sure we're on the right path when it comes to our financial plans.
Hi, this is Steve Sexton. Since the beginning of the year, we've seen a lot of financial volatility. We've seen our markets go up by 100, 200, 300%. We've also seen them gone down. Since August, we've seen the issues with Greece and Europe come hit us right in the face. Currently, our economy is stagnant with unemployment at almost 9%. We've got economists that are saying our economy is not going to grow much more than 2% in the next year. And we have a lot of people who are making financial decisions, and they're making those decisions based off emotions because they're scared about what's going on in the market. They're making those decisions based off misinformation and unrealistic expectations. We have 5 questions you should be asking yourself whenever you make a financial decision. The first one, how does this financial decision fit along with my personal financial situation? For example, hey, if I need to buy a car in 5 years, will I be able to have the money to do this? How long will this investment allow my money to last? Will the return be high enough? Am my fees, charges, and expenses taking too much of the return, and therefore I'm not getting enough to provide for my family? What happens if one of us needs to go into a long-term care facility? 2, how will this affect my taxes not only now but in the future? For example, in 2013, dividend taxes are going to be taxed at 39.6%. That means each person is going to lose 40% of those dividends they receive. So let's think about it. If you're receiving a 4% dividend, you have almost 2% of that being eaten up by taxes. Another 1% is going to be eaten up by the amount you pay your advisor. That means you're only going to receive 1%. Is it worth it to have that type of an investment? Secondly, many investments have taxable buildup. If they have taxable buildup, when you need to take out that money, are you going to pay a lump of taxes? Is it going to create a time bomb for you? Third, how will this affect my liquidity in the future? Again, all too often, people select investments that they think are really, really great because they give them a lot of great stuff up front, but when they need to take out that money in the future, especially with inflation growing by about 3%, will there be enough money to afford their life? Number 4 question is, how does this affect my risk comfort level? Many people don't take the time to ask the 3rd, the 4th, and the 5th question because all too often, those are the pieces of information that will adversely affect the investment. Here's what I mean. If you're in bonds, many advisors avoided the bond bubble by putting people in long-term bonds and holding them till maturity. Now, some maturities are out there 15, 16, 17 years. But here's the question. What if you need to liquidate those bonds early to pay for long-term care expenses? Or because your husband passes away and now you've got to fund a funeral. You might be selling a bond that might have a value that's 20 or 30% less than the value you purchased it at. And therefore, you've lost a lot of money, and that's a risk that most people didn't realize. Or what if you have mutual funds? Many people, if they had a frank conversation with their CPA and their advisor at the same time, they would realize, you know what, the taxes that come from the phantom income taxation or turnover from the mutual fund added to the fees and expenses. Even though this fund might get me 7%, I'm going to lose 4.5% of that to taxes, fees, and expenses. The last one, how does this investment affect the transition of my estate to my heirs? Will this investment create a time bomb of taxes? Will it be able to pass through my estate with the least amount of taxes possible? How will it affect it? For example, many people take on investments such as tax-deferred investments. These are great for avoiding taxes now, but sometimes they would create a large taxable buildup, and when somebody passes away with, say, a $300,000, $400,000, or $500,000 annuity, there might be $200,000 or $300,000 that could be taxed and cause $100,000 in taxes or more. By asking these 5 questions and not getting just a yes or no, but an essay type answer, you'll understand that you've made a decision that's in your best interest based off the facts, not just off somebody saying, hey, that sounds good, or off emotion, misinformation, or unrealistic expectations. Now that's all for this show. Remember, smart financial decisions do impact the quality of your life. Now back to you.
Thanks, Steve. That's some great information. Now, you can also catch Steve being featured on San Diego Living on his Money Minute segment on November 15th. And he'll go even more in-depth on the next E&L TV show on December 4th. And, of course, you can always check him out at sdentertainer.com. One of the things Steve mentioned in his segment that is so important is the need for proper estate planning, and we've been very fortunate to have worked for the past several months with one of the most impressive estate planning firms in the country. R. Michael Walters, president and founder of the law firm of Walters & Ward, has impeccable credentials among his peers and has also been invited on a number of media outlets for several years to provide expert legal advice. Mike is also a renowned speaker and has spoken to thousands at free workshops throughout California with his very unique and entertaining style. Let's find out more about Mike and watch him as our own Angel Star interviews him.
Thank you for joining us again this month. We're back here in Michael Walters' office here in Rancho Bernardo. The hub of his offices is many offices in all of California. He's the leading estate planning attorney in California, one of the leading attorneys in the world specializing in estate planning. We're so honored to have him back here with us today. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Angel.
And I understand from last month, our time together, that you have been on all types of media outlets sharing expert legal advice with people. Is that correct?
King of all media, that's me.
Yeah, and I hear that they deem you the trust professor.
A lot of people call me that because I do 4 workshops a week, every week from San Francisco to San Diego, teaching people about this. And they're all free, by the way.
They're free, they're actually free?
Absolutely free.
How do you fit that in your schedule?
I want to teach people about wills and trusts so that they'll know. They don't know. Where are you going to learn about it? Not
Right.
in college,
Right.
not even in law school. So there has to be someone teaching people about wills and trusts, and I'm the one.
You are the one. So tell us right now, if you would, give us some expert legal advice. What do we need to know about estate planning documents? What's the difference between a will and a trust?
That's a good question. I get that a lot. You have 3 choices. You can do nothing. And when you die, the state of California decides, using its court system, who gets everything you worked your whole life for. You probably won't like the outcome. Or you can have a will, and that tells the court how you want things to come out, and it will. But that's called a probate, and it takes about 2 years and costs a lot of money, freezes the assets, starves the heirs, and so forth. Your third choice is to have a trust. If you have a trust, there's no court proceeding at all. Everything just happens privately within your family and immediately on your death.
So you go around California educating people 4 times a week on this thing, and our viewers can be a part of this by simply calling your office and getting a free consultation?
Or going to the website.
Okay.
Go to the website, they can sign up for a workshop, and like I say, we do them from San Francisco to San Diego. And they might want to go, or they might have a friend or a relative or someone who also wants to go, and I guarantee that when they leave, they'll know more about this subject matter than most lawyers, because lawyers don't study it in law school.
Yeah.
They'll know more than most CPAs and most investment advisors.
Wonderful. And you've spoken to over 40,000 people in the past 10.5 years and given this free legal advice about estate planning.
Yes.
That's wonderful. And then I understand also that you have 20,000 clients in your database, and you and your team have crafted 11,000 trusts.
Yes. We're the largest preparer of wills and trusts in the United States.
Michael, thank you so much again for being with us today. And I understand that you never charge to speak with an attorney. In addition to the free workshops, you don't charge.
We never charge to talk to a lawyer in person or on the phone.
That's wonderful. So if you need some expert legal advice, if you need to ask Michael some questions, or if you'd like to sign up for one of his free workshops in California, do give his office a call. The information is there at the bottom of the screen. Check out his website. Give his office a call. Thank you again for joining us this month, and we look forward to having you as a regular contributor both on our TV show, E&L TV, on a monthly basis, and also in our Entertainer magazine. So
Thank you, Angel.
Thank you.
Thanks, Angel. Mike is actually holding a set of workshops in Carlsbad in late November and early December. He has a very unique and interactive teaching style that makes this important material easy to learn and help answer any questions you may have. The phone number and website are on the screen if you wish to attend one of them. Again, they're free. As I mentioned at the beginning of the show, Steve and Mike are two people here in San Diego who are the best at what they do. We want you, our readers and viewers, to contact us with those people, locations, businesses, or whatever that you have found to be special. We will be providing just that opportunity in the weeks ahead. So go on to sdentertainer.com to find out how you can win rewards for being our eyes and ears and sharing your stories. Our next segment also features a very unique, secluded, and upscale spot in North County. It's a bit of a well-kept secret where celebrities and locals alike have been known to frequent. The Inn at Rancho Santa Fe is truly a blend of the old-world style and service, particularly refreshing in this day of corporate hotel chains and cookie-cutter ambiance. Again, Angel Star reports on this rich and historic inn.
We want to thank Steve Sexton for sharing that time with us and sharing his legal expertise with us on our show and in our magazine. Next, we get to go behind the scenes here at the Inn at Rancho Santa Fe and meet with the managing director, Kerman Barraker. Nice to meet you, Mr. Barraker.
Nice meeting you.
Thank you for allowing us to be here today. This beautiful, beautiful place.
It's my pleasure. Thank you. Yes,
Would you
indeed.
tell us about the history of this place? I understand you've been tucked here in the hills for almost 100 years.
Yes, it's very unusual, really. The inn has been built 1924.
Wow.
Everything is original. If even it's only 87 rooms and suites. I mean, if you think that the hotels for
Sure.
87 room suite, 21
Sure.
acres.
And tell us about the dining experience
Well,
here.
dining is certainly, we are the in place here, and our restaurant, it's really, we have quite a famous young executive chef, internationally awarded. He came from Singapore, and he worked, I mean, he's not originally, he's original from California, and he went to Singapore, Germany, and Australia.
Wow.
And we are experienced here, you know, East meets West cuisine, and now we are up to almost 90% everything we are serving organic.
Wonderful.
Which is very important.
Wonderful. That's
Yeah.
huge.
Yes, indeed.
You have so much experience.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit, if you can, about what you've
Well,
gleaned.
certainly those days going back, and hotels were much more smaller.
Yeah.
Now this was a globalization, the whole world economy, the people traveling around. And then, unfortunately, many of the hotels now run by big corporation, which is run by the Wall Street. You are not a room number. We know your name.
Yeah.
And they want, I mean, if you check here, we know your name, we know your likings, and
Yeah.
if you want to have a feather pillow, you want the 2 duvets and the 5 towels, and we have the
Yeah.
record that's on it.
Okay, so you do weddings, you provide meeting rooms, suites,
Suites,
cottages,
rooms, got everything.
rooms.
Everything.
You have
And-
everything.
And we can give you even cooking lessons too. If you
Really?
want. Yes.
Oh,
our
I
chef
would love
gives
that.
cooking lessons too.
That would be fabulous. And you have a cookbook, I saw.
Yes, indeed. We have our.
And how do people get those?
Oh, beautiful. They can get it through our website, or they can just go to the front desk, or if they come with a dining experience, they can purchase also.
Okay.
And if they come here, I'm sure chef will sign for them.
Yeah. Well, I am so enjoying the hospitality and
Well,
the
thank
luxurious atmosphere, so thank you
Well,
again.
thank you very much. Come to see us more often.
And we would love to.
Thank you.
Wow, that sounds like a great place, and here in our own backyard. In our next segment, we once again find a unique to San Diego story. This one involves a local San Diego day spa located on Bankers Hill, which one of our viewers told us about. It's called Vasseur Day Spa, and not only does it have some unbelievably yummy treatments, but its owner has also created her own line of beauty and skincare products. The only problem with this story is that Angel gets to do the reporting again and receive the treatments. I'm definitely going to have to speak with the producer about this, so next time I'll get to participate a little bit more in the story, if you know what I mean.
Speaking of hospitality and luxury, we recently came upon another oasis located in downtown San Diego. It's one of San Diego's best kept beauty secrets, the Vasseur Day Spa. We are here at our beautiful host location, Vasseur Day Spa, located on Bankers Hill in downtown San Diego. Here at Vasseur Day Spa, they offer everything from Botox to facials and everything in between, and they combine the best that nature has to offer with leading scientific discoveries. Melanie Vasseur is the spa's founder and also a San Diego native. She has over 30 years of experience as a cosmetic chemist, esthetician, nutritionist, and leading skincare expert. She has created her own natural skincare line that has healed her acne-ridden skin and has helped thousands of others as well.
Every day our skin is being exposed to dirt, grime, and pollution, which gets lodged deep into our pores. A facial will deeply clean out those pores and leave us with clean and glowing skin. A typical Vesour facial includes 3 products: ALA cream, Day 25, and IQ gel. Now, ALA cream helps reduce inflammation and redness while reducing wrinkles and scarring. Day 25 was recently mentioned in the Us magazine as being one of Bachelorette Allie's favorite things. Now, Day 25 provides sun protection, hydrates your skin, it's infused with antioxidants, and it contains a signature natural papaya enzyme that fights free radicals and gives it its trademark papaya smell. IQ Gel is a lightweight eye treatment gel that instantly tightens and brightens the eyes, like a topical Botox.
Kimmy, great job on this facial. And next we go to Kim for a massage.
Getting a regular massage doesn't just make you feel good, it's actually proven to boost your immune system, reduce your stress hormone production, and make you a happier person all around. I was able to enjoy some of their many exclusive treatments, a facial, massage, and airbrush spray tan, and I was so impressed with the professional staff and their natural skincare line. Airbrush tanning allows you to get your glow on without the damaging effects of sunbathing, and the results are immediate. You can pick the color from light to dark, and there's no trace of orange.
And this is me after the airbrush spray tan. Jessica did a great job. I hope you can tell the difference because I can. And actually I'll show you this little part of my farmer's tan where you can see before and after what she did. Thank you, Jessica. Kim, thank you so much for having us here today. I really enjoyed all the beauty treatments that you guys gave me. You did a wonderful job. And we're here in front of Melanie's skincare product line. How can people watching book an appointment with you or come in and buy some product?
Well, you can actually find us online at vasourdayspa.com and book through there, or you can just give us a call.
Well, that looks like a beautiful place. Thanks for the report, Angel. Now, if you're interested in checking out Vasour Day Spa and their products, or to book one of their excellent treatments, the phone number and website are up on the screen. And like I said, I definitely think I'm going to have to be a little bit more involved in the stories next time. Now, as I've been saying, our readers and viewers depend on us to help them find the coolest places, entertainment, and other things to do. So we're always on the lookout. In our next segment, we feature a San Diego band we were told about by a viewer. They recently opened for Chris Isaak at Humphreys by the Bay concerts and are already starting to become noticed nationally. They are called The Writers, and we hope you'll enjoy them.
Well, basically, we've got the band, and we've been doing the band thing for a few years, and it's easier for us to go out and play the band music with just the two of us. We get shows like this, opening for Chris Isaacs and opening for America the last 2 years, with the acoustic duo, because large acts don't want a large band. We've gotten to go out and play it as a duo. So now we just recorded that album.
After 200 shows of being asked, like, when are you doing an acoustic duo record, we finally just did it.
Tom's vocals, as a duo, he's rhythm section, so he's taking on the role of drum, bass, singer, and rhythm guitar. So I'm really free, so I prefer this setup. I mean, I love the 5-piece. That's its own thing, but I have short little bursts, 2, 4, 8 bars that are really just set pieces. Where in the acoustic thing, I can do whatever I want every time differently.
And
completely
he
different.
As a guitar player and a vocalist at the same time. The only thing I have to mix up here, like as a duo, is my vocals. Like I can kind of accentuate something, I can like add a little, scat or whatever. I can play around where I want to. Obviously there are parts to everything, but I get my solos and that kind of thing, which is nice.
I really enjoy playing with Tom. The acoustic thing's great. Yeah, just the writer's music.
TheWritersMusic.com, when all else fails. There's a town on the edge of a desert with a few motels and a restaurant, filling station with price cash out. Found myself there in a bit of a hot spot. In Kulanga, 200 miles from here,
in Kulanga, but I was there. Was tired with no idea how to get home across the grapevine. Just a few hours put me out of mind. In Kulanga, 200 miles from here. In Kulanga, 200 miles from anywhere. When I figure that I'll be there in this headline with no time spare. And he says, son, it'll be alright. Just a little detour on this road of life. Don't take us so far, so fast. Just take a look around and make it last. In Kulanga. In Kulanga, 200 miles around. In Kulanga, 200 miles everywhere. In Kulanga, I see you, see you, see you. Kulanga, I see you, see you, see you. Kulanga, see you, see you, see you. Kulanga, I see you, see you, see you.
We've come to the end of our show. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to go to sdentertainer.com to see archives of this show and find out how you can benefit by sharing San Diego's best with us. Until next time, I'm Maya Trabulsi. Goodbye.